invitation. After the president now, it is Prime Minister of Bharat on the Prime Minister's card. This is the latest information we are gathering. Remember, the first row that had sparked off was from a G20 dinner invite which referred to President Draupadi Murmu as President of Bharat, and right now what we are learning is that the Asian Summit, that the invitation card for the Asian Summit refers to Prime Minister as the Prime Minister of Bharat. You can see the visuals of it on your screens right now. And quite a lot of war of words have already surfaced between the two sides, wherein the opposition has posed this question as to why this need of changing the name from India to Bharat, because the constitution of India begins with the line India, that is Bharat. So there is already a mention of both names in the constitution, and it is always, whatever invitations or whatever official, whenever it comes to any official document, it has always been India that has been named in these documents and these invitations. But right now what we can see is that India has been changed to Bharat, and it can, like I said, the constitution says that, it points out that it is India that is Bharat. And right now we have Pallavi joining us in this Payal that is joining us in this conversation to continue the discussion on this particular row that has emerged. Payal, firstly coming to you, this second invitation that has now emerged, wherein the Prime Minister is now referred to as the Prime Minister of Bharat. What are we getting from this, and how are we looking at this development?
Well, the Congress party, in fact, has been putting out a series of tweets today, for the fact that the government is doing nothing but, probably just tokenism to prove a point. He's, of course, questioned the name of the summit, which is, of course, the ASEAN-India summit. But, that's the name of the summit which will not be changed. For example, when you've seen names being changed across the country, there are certain things which have not been changed. But, it is, of course, a very significant fact, given the fact that the Prime Minister is identifying himself as the Prime Minister of Bharat, and the President herself identified herself as the President of Bharat when she extended the G20 invitation, given the fact that even if you've seen Bombay's name being changed as Mumbai, but it's still called the Bombay High Court. It's still called the Madras High Court and not the High Court of Chennai. So obviously there are some nomenclatures which have not been changed, but yes, there is, of course, politics which has been played out over the last 24 hours. Jairam Ramesh, in fact, has fronted the attack as far as the opposition is concerned, given the fact that we've seen responses coming in from JP Nadda, from BJP's national president, and of course, several other union leaders, including Assam Chief Minister Hemanta Biswa Sharma, has clearly said that if the Congress party is so much in love with the name Bharat, because they're calling it Bharat Jodo Yatra, they're calling it Bharat Jodega, then why is it that they're objecting to the name Bharat given to the Prime Minister's name? So obviously, politics is raging over the entire issue, given the fact that, yes, this has been a recent development in the wake of the upcoming G20 summit, and also the fact that the opposition parties feel that this is an agenda-led government, which is, of course, trying to attack the